The South African and global sailing community are reeling following news yesterday that one of their finest young talents in Khanya Mafuta has passed away. The 18-year-old succumbed to injuries sustained in a stabbing incident at the Marikana informal settlement in KwaNonqaba near Mossel Bay. Joining us now on the line to speak more about this is the President of the South African Sailing Association, Michael Robinson. A very good evening and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Unfortunate circumstances that we have to connect, but do you have any more information on this tragedy?
Good evening. Unfortunate circumstances indeed. The details of the incident are still very sketchy. But Khanya was a product of a development and transformation program that has been going on in South African sailing for about 20 years. And he was one of the young men who were going to set the sailing world alight. He came from an informal settlement near Mossel Bay. He joined the Skipper Foundation as a young man, a complete novice. He learned how to sail there, he got involved, and he improved himself up to the point where he was selected to represent South Africa in the Youth World Championships, which is the premier event. It's almost a Youth Olympic Games. And he was doing really, really well. Unfortunately, the graduates of our development and training programs don't move away from their surroundings, and they still need to go home after sailing, and it's they face challenges which the people who see them on the water and people who see them succeeding, the people at the championships that he sailed in Europe, wouldn't believe the challenges that face these young people. And the result of this is a huge tragedy for us. It's left his teammates and his coach and his mother absolutely devastated, and it's left a big vacuum in South African sailing. And we need to learn from this that transformation is not only about getting kids from disadvantaged backgrounds onto the water, it's also about equipping them to deal with the difficult lives that they have to lead, and the difficult circumstances in which they have to actually live when they're not sailing.
Mr. Robinson, how is this mom doing?
Not well. I haven't spoken to her, but I've spoken to his coach, Alfie from Mossel Bay, and she's also absolutely devastated. She asked, or she told me that she wouldn't be able to manage an interview with you, and asked me to step in her stead.
Was there any indication that Khanya was finding it difficult and that he had some social challenges when he did return home, with the friends that he was hanging out with?
No, not at all. There were no indications. There were no indications of anything of that nature. And at this time, it appears that this was just a random incident. It doesn't look like there was any history involved in it, and it doesn't look like there was any or anything personal involved in the incident. It was just one of those things that happen in a place where the law is difficult to uphold.
This is a young man that just came back from the Youth Sailing World Championships.
That's right. And absolutely, you must understand that this is a kid from an informal settlement who competed against children from much more advantaged backgrounds just to make his way into that team. And then he went from the South African milieu, which in world terms, in universal terms, is actually we're not the best equipped sailing country in the world. We don't have all the advantages that come with the European teams and the teams from South America and North America. But he went off and he competed well. He was selected against without any reference to his background. He was selected on merit, and he competed in Europe on merit, and he did really, really well. And it's an absolutely remarkable story. Yeah. That we need to understand how well he did, and that actually just enhances the level of the tragedy that we're looking at.
Absolutely, it really does put it into perspective. An incredibly difficult sport to break into, a sport that is still trying to break through many barriers here in South Africa, a sport that is traditionally elite, and then a young man coming from an informal settlement, making it all the way to the World Championships, representing his country, being there on merit, and now this terrible tragedy happening to him.